Welcome back to Creating Joy. Today we're going to be celebrating the 12th day of Christmas in July. So today I wanted to focus on gifts that we could make for Christmas. And one of the things that I thought would be really nice is to make some little tissue bag covers. I know a lot of times at Christmas time or in the winter time, people have the runny noses and they're always looking for tissue. And wouldn't it be nice if you had a nice looking tissue cover? So I'm going to be sharing with you a pattern that I found on Etsy, and I will share the link with you in the description. So come along with me as we make little tissue bag covers so that we can give them away as gifts at Christmas time. So I went on to Etsy and I found a pattern that is for a pansy pocket tissue cover. It's such a cute design. It's going to embroider out these little pansies on it. And so I'm going to make one with the pansies on it. Then I'm going to do another using the same pattern, except I'm going to eliminate the pansy and I'm just going to do Christmas fabric. And so these are some of the ones I'm going to make to show you today. Okay, so the items that we're going to be needing are our embroidery machine, of course, that it has a 5x7 hoop. You need stabilizer. I'm going to go ahead and use a cutaway stabilizer just to give it a little bit of stability. And then we have ribbon. I'm using the purple to go along with my purple fabric. This is going to be the back, and this is going to be the white where we're going to embroider the pansies on, and then I have my purple ribbon to go with it. And then for my Christmas one, I chose this cute snowman fabric, and then I have some white with blue snowflakes that can go along with this for the ribbon. Okay, of course we need our rotary cutter and measuring ruler and our cutting board. So you can either print out your pattern, it's 5 pages, or I'm keeping mine, I'm just using my computer. You can use your iPad, phone, whatever you want so you can read along on your pattern. Okay, so we're going to get started and go ahead and cut out our first fabric. So now we need to go through our embroidery thread that we have, or you can go purchase some, and pick the colors that you want for your pansies. So these are some of the purples that I have, and I'm going to go ahead and I just picked a whole bunch of them, and as I go, it's going to be like a trial and error to see what I like or don't like, and to just, I could do it one way this time, and next time I could do it a different way. So it's a very creative experience, I feel, when you're using different embroidery threads. And I'm just excited to give it a try and see what it's going to look like with these threads. Okay, so to begin with, we're going to cut our fabric 6.5 inches by 4.5 inches, and you're going to need 3. So 2 of them are going to be for the top and 1 for the bottom. So for my Christmas one, I'm doing it all the same color. So for my pansy one, I am going to do the white, and then I'm going to do the purple. And then I am going to do some that are just plain purple to try and see how that looks. So to begin with, what we need is we're going to take, I'm going to do the pansy one first. And so we want to look at our fabric. I have little flowers on this fabric, and I want it to be on the outside. So we're going to fold it so it's on the outside, and we're going to fold it right in half. And here I have my wool ironing pad, and I am going to take it right here, and then I'm going to press it, start and go. I want a really nice sharp press. So you're going to have 2 of these, and these are going to be folded on top of each other. This is where you're going to be taking the tissue out of, is right here. So you want it to be a nice sharp edge like that. So now I'll show you. See right here. Do you see how nice and sharp that is right there? So this is what you want. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to iron all of my tops. So we've got 2 go to 1 bottom. So I'm going to set each set aside. Once you've gone ahead and you've downloaded your design from Etsy.com, then you're going to go and put it on your USB and install it. So I have it all ready. I have now put on my hoop and I'm ready to go ahead and do the first set of stitches are called placement stitches. They're going to show where we need to put our first fabric. Okay, so it did just one straight line, and we're going to take this fabric now and we're going to put the crease. It's going to be right on top of this line. We want to cover it right along the edge. Now our next one, we're going to take our second piece of fabric and we're going to put it right on that same line and line it up so it's even on both sides. Okay, now we're going to start on our flower. The first part that it's going to do is our greenery. Now that our embroidery is all done, we're going to go ahead and take it out of the hoop. Take our ruler and go ahead and trim around. I'm going to cut diagonal on the corners first. So once we have that, then we're going to go ahead and take our scissors and we're going to just do just a little bit right between. We have stitching on this side and we have stitching on this side. We're going to do a little trim right down the center of our stabilizer. Okay, so we're going to just trim, just go in carefully right in here. And we're just going to trim through the stabilizer between the two seams. And we shouldn't be cutting any fabric. We're just cutting the stabilizer here. Okay, now we've already undone the stitches of our envelope before, so now we can just take it and we can pull it through. Okay, so as you can see, so this first one that I did, I used my variegated greens. So you can see the green is different colors, different shades. And then I used a variegated purple. So that was an experiment that I wanted to try. I love my variegated threads and it's always fun to see how it looks. My next one that I'm doing, I'm going to do a plain lavender and plain purple and then another shade of a light purple. And then I'm going to change the light yellow to a gold. So I'm just playing with it, and then the green I'm going to do a plain green. So yeah, so we'll see what the next one looks like. And here's the back. So we've got the purple on the back. We've got our little ribbon, and we'll see how our next one looks. So you want to make sure that your end is sticking out, and then you can just go ahead and tape it down. And then we're going to put our fabric face down and then it's going to sew all the way around. So now now that it's taped down, it's just going to sew all the way around right here. In fact, I'm going to move my tape so it doesn't get sewed on. And that's how it will attach the ribbon. On our last pocket tissue container, we went ahead and we did our little pansies. But what we're doing now is we're going to stop it and we are going to now skip over them. So we're going to take it, we're going to change it, we're going to just skip over every single piece of. Now, do you see what's next? So now what we're doing is we're doing the piece where we're sewing on the ribbon. So we're going to sew on the ribbon, and then we're going to put the last piece on, which is our backing, and then we'll be done. So it's going to be a lot faster just using our own fabric. So on this one, I decided to use Tearaway Stabilizer. So when you do that, you can just pick it up and pull it out. It's much faster. Okay, now that we have our little pocket tissue covers all done, you can go to the Dollar Tree and you can pick up little bags of tissue. This particular one, it has a hole at the top, not a slit down the middle. So I thought I would just take them out and slide them in by themselves. So one thing it does suggest is possibly using snaps. And I kind of like that idea. So I think that I'm going to sew on some snaps on these. The other idea that we could use is we could just take a big box of tissue and just fold 10 pieces of tissue. So just in little pieces, and then we could just fold them up like that. And when we have 10 of them, we could just put them inside. And that way we don't have to go to the store and buy little ones. We can just have our own. So I was taking out, this is one that's purchased. I'm just taking it and looking at it. Well, it looks like they do an accordion fold actually. So they go over, and then the last one is the other direction. So we'll just compare. Here we go. So it looks like they go over and then they go this way. Oh, there we go. They go back and forth, just like an accordion or a fan. So yeah, so we can fold them up and then we can put them in the little tissue containers ourselves and have them all ready to give as gifts for Christmas. So that's a fun idea. The thing I like about this is that when we're using it ourselves and we run out, then we can just take our big box of tissue and fold some up and refill our cute little fabric tissue bags, and then we can put them in our purses or pockets and have it ready for the next time we need some tissue. Okay, so here I have some, and I'm just going to slide it in one side, and then I'm going to slide it in the other side, and there we have it. So we have our tissue all ready to go. We can take it to church or work or play, wherever. You could even hook it on a little keychain or something and have it with you. And then if you do put the snap on, then it's going to secure it to make sure that it's not going to come undone. Different ways that we can make our little pocket tissue holders. Thank you for joining me today on our day 12 of Christmas in July, on our Christmas in July series, as we learned how to make the pansy pocket tissue holders. So I hope you have enjoyed our 12 Days of Christmas series. And if you missed any of them, you can go back and check them out. I'm going to show you some of the things that we did the last 12 days. I would love to hear, I would love to read in the comments which of the 12 days was your favorite. And did you try any of them? Or do you have plans to try any of them for Christmas gifts or decorations in the future? So please comment down below. I would love to hear from you.